Come on, final boss.
Ready? Let it down a little bit. A little bit, don't want too much.
Damn.
Yeah. You want me to do the other ones?
Nah, we got it.
We got this beautiful Lamborghini Technica. We have a lot of people who've been asking us about sound clips of our exhaust for these cars, and we haven't been able to get really good sound clips of it, so hopefully this car will be it. We also have a white Huracan Evo over here that's getting the same thing that was also shipped down to us from Arizona. Both these cars will be getting our F1 exhaust, and that goes for the STO, the Evo, the Perf, the Technica, everything that has the tips up top. If anybody else wants one for the regular LP 560 or the LP 610, then we need a car. We don't have any LPs in here, so we would basically have to take the system and then extend the tubes to go down to the bumper. We got some bad AL13 wheels getting custom made for this car. I wanted to go with a BBS LM, but obviously this car has a center lock, so we can't go with that. There was a really nice wheel that me and my buddy Darwin back in the day designed for the Lambos, and it's very similar to a BBS LM, but it's like a center lock, so hopefully we get like a 3 or 3.5 inch lip in the back and a nice aggressive 2-inch lip or something like that, as much as we can in the front. We're gonna try to give it a nice fat look, do like a black, satin black, gloss black theme. We're also doing Novitec suspension on this car. Once it's done, it's gonna be like a full package. Nobody has any additional carbon done for it yet, not Novitec or Vorstein or anything like that, so obviously our customer, he's a cool guy, Ahmad, he loves modding his cars. He's been a good friend of mine for a very long time, and I know when parts like that come out, Ahmad's gonna be one of the first ones to want to do it, so we're looking forward to it. It's NA now, but later on we might turbo it.
Can you give me a brief description of what your F1 package is?
The F1 package for this car is basically our rear section exhaust and the tune.
Go check out your new spec out Revuelto.
Oh yeah, you know, that sucks. We're inside on the computer trying to spec out a new Revuelto. Sucks that I can't spec mine out. I have to get whatever comes. Hopefully we'll still be one of the first ones to get it. We have one that's promised to us from my good friend. I won't give his name, but if he doesn't come through, I will come through. You know what I mean, if you're watching this, all right, he promised me, so if you don't get it, we're gonna have a problem.
Another catfish.
So the one that works, yeah, my own friend's gonna be catfishing me on this one. I was inside specing one out for myself to try to put another order in. Hopefully we could order one more. We'll show you that spec in a little bit. Brand new car, doesn't want to release.
Still a virgin.
Touch for the very first time.
We know
Kevin, can you lower it real quick? Oh, he got it.
I'm gonna dislocate my shoulder.
Over there, mijo, over there.
Got it? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
You see the shirt?
Take a picture.
Oh, dang. Start engines, not problems. It's our new collab with Gintani and Dream.
I like starting problems.
We got some cool stuff going on. We got the twin turbo SVJ on the dyno, trying to finish up that car and get it out of here, get it shipped back to New York. We got a couple other Aventadors inside that are getting twin turboed, a couple Huracans that are getting worked on, a McLaren 570S that we need to put back on the dyno and finish up. We had a problem with the cam phasers on that car, and right when we were about to finish it, the cam phasers went out and we had to pull the whole motor out to do the cam phasers. We got a lot of updates coming up, hopefully on the new shop. We're still stuck here at the old shop for now. We got 3 lifts installed. Most of all the framing and all the placing for everything is already done. We got the electricians hopefully starting tomorrow. If they could give us some power, at least for the back to the dyno and the lifts and so on, we could start moving the guys there and getting them to start working on the cars over there, and then we'll proceed with finishing the showroom and so on while we're in there working, because we need to get in there. We're running out of space over here. It's getting really tight and it's pretty stressful being between 2 shops. So hopefully we can get you guys an update on that soon once the drywall starts going up. I've been sitting here on the computer, because somebody had promised me that they might be able to get me an early allocation for one of the new Lamborghini Revueltos that are coming out. I actually was promised one that I wasn't able to spec myself. It's a pretty sweet spec. Hopefully my buddy pulls through for me and could get me that car. It's supposed to be a satin matte gray with black and red interior, which is not really my first choice. At the end of the day, we need to do whatever we can to get one of the first ones in here. We want to be the first to build an exhaust system for that car. We also want to be one of the first to put a twin turbo kit on that car. So that's our bread and butter. That's all we care about mostly is the V12 platform. That's what we've concentrated on. And when we get to the new shop, we're really going to focus on that platform mostly. We will still do a couple other things, make some bolt-on parts for other cars and so on. Obviously, we'll do a lot of software tuning for all kinds of different manufacturers, but the main stuff we want to build and go fast with and do cool stuff with is the V12. We love the V12. We love the way the engine is, the sound, and now it's going to have a PDK transmission. It's going to make it a lot better, a lot faster. The hybrid is going to be extremely interesting. You know, the car is going to come with 1,000 horsepower from the factory, so 1,000 horsepower from the factory, and once we get our hands on there, 2,000 horsepower is going to come real easy on that car. So we're extremely excited. Oh, there you go. Best color.
Nero Nemesis.
That's it. That's what I want. I got the wheels. We'll just go with that because obviously I'm going to change the wheels anyway. I'll probably put the same wheels I have on my SVJ, the ones we designed with AL13. Obviously my calipers on my car have to be red. Ooh. We're going to do matte carbon. This, and this.
Ooh, just carbon everything, huh?
I don't know about the titanium color. That's not my shit.
So we got the exterior done. Now we're moving on to the interior.
I like that, but I just don't like the orange. Okay, that's more like it.
Oh.
Interior details, carbon package. Yes. Steering wheel. Yes. Cup holders. I gotta get it for Vinny.
There you go.
Those are horrible. Whatever, it's good to have it, or else it's gonna fall everywhere in the car. Dude, that interior is amazing. How they,
I mean, that looks dope right there.
Yeah, I just like all the lines. I like all the carbon that you could get now.
Yeah, get all those
steering
buttons.
wheel now, it's so nice. The secondary cluster over here for the passenger to watch. They did an amazing job with this car, and I can't wait to get it.
High assistant, it detects
bumps and stuff?
Yeah.
After spending all this money, forget it, put it in there. My car. Oh yeah.
Well, that's your car.
This is exactly what I want. So anybody else out there that want to help me get this exact spec, please hit me up. I'm not paying over. I got one coming anyway, but I really want to match this thing to the SVJ. I just want to have these two sitting next to each other. The second we get this thing, we're not wasting any time. We're going to stick it inside the shop, and the first thing we do is we're going to make our F1 system. Once the F1 system is done and I get to drive it around for like a week or so, we're going to use it just to shoot some content. Once that's done, it's coming apart, and I'm figuring out how to put the turbo system on this car. So we love the V12 platform. We love the Lamborghini, the Aventador, and yes, we'll do, Huracan builds here and there. We pick and choose who we build Huracans for, because right now, everybody and their mothers builds Huracans. We're going to focus on this. That's what we're known for. So when you're good at something and you're known for something, you should stick to it. I know all the guys who went to New York are getting it first. I should have been able to go to New York and spec mine, but I found out that your dealer is supposed to update your Lamborghini portal. My dealer didn't do that for me, so I got screwed. I've had 3 Huracans, and as of now, I've had 3 Aventadors, which we actually own 2 of them still today. That's basically 3 V12s, 3 V10s, and I didn't get an invite to go to New York. We would have been one of the first ones if the dealer actually updated everything to my portal. Nobody even told me about that until I went to Utah and met the owner of Salt Lake City Lamborghini, and he was the one who explained everything to me. And by the time he explained everything to me, it was too late. Everybody had already gone to New York and ordered everything, so I got bamboozled. Hopefully somebody's nice enough to hook me up with one, because they know that if you guys get me one of these cars, all we're gonna do is make it better and bring the sound that everybody wants and bring that Gintani F1 package back onto the streets on the newer version. So hit us up, let's get it done.
Yo, so today we actually got a customer that came in and kind of wanted something tailor-made to his fitting. What we did is we kept the original F1 package exhaust system, SVJ, and then we went ahead and did something a little different on top. I don't know if you can see it, but we kind of kept the bull horns representing the Lamborghini. We went from 3-inch all the way up to 4-inch. and hopefully that's creating like enough back pressure. Obviously gonna get more flame shooting out and more airflow on top of that too. I won't get too much into details on the tips because we did something more in-house. This was all in-house made, but all I can tell you is that you're gonna have to stay tuned and hopefully hear what we got going on for this thing because we're trying to make these flames huge.
Minions bringing in the bumper.
Oh, watch out, bro.
They test fitting it right now.
There we go, boys.
What's different about this one and the original one?
So this one, the customer actually had an SV, and so what we did was he wanted the rear section exhaust to come almost out like a SVJ. So what we did here is precisely cut out the back of the bumper, making sure, you know, everything was centered and it's well centered with the exhaust system. We have this rear grille that our friend Mad Cad made, Stevo. Shout out to Stevo. Alex and the customer wanted the hexagon shape, and on this Lamborghini it does have hexagon shapes as well, so we wanted to do something that matched. This will fit right in between the rear section and the bumper. So once we get that settled in, we kind of have the final stages of this thing being done.
So what do you guys do with this? You guys just leave it?
No, we got to take that out.
Uh-huh.
The license plate and the license plate lights are gonna all go back down here, so kind of keeping it like the SVJ look, because the SVJ look has the license plate down here.
Got it.
And everything else, and then obviously the exhaust up on top. Obviously we had to do our Gintani way, switch it up and make it look different. Everything custom.
Everything custom, guys.
Custom.
All right, Paul, so what are you doing right now?
Yeah, he's trying to put something on. Tony, why don't you get the camera out of his face?
So we're trying to test the test pipes with the rear section here.
He's trying to line up his rear end with my section. Woo! Put it in, Paul!
Boom, baby.
Oh, I got bigger chunks of corn in my crop. Chilies, baby back crabs. What's Charlie doing? Let's go check it out. I told this guy he has to finish his exhaust system in one day. And I told him he needs to make a jig for it. Oh, guess what? Hey Charlie, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know, because I'm not here. Looks like this guy is just playing. Excuse me, is there a reason you're back here?
Kevin says, and I quote, "Can you look at my jig?" And I come here and I look at his jig.
Okay. This guy has to build stuff, okay? He's on a time crunch. So he doesn't have time to be playing with you.
I only have time to
I
crunch.
don't got time for games either. That's why I'm asking.
Jesus
Sometimes you need help.
And I told you a million times, stop wearing this hat.
It's my dirtiest hat now.
That's because you're a dirty guy. What's this guy doing? Whoop.
765, baby.
It looks like you're doing a whole lot of nada.
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, and guess who's holding the camera?
The man who instructed me to do those things.
So you better get to work.
I used to be the guy that defended the transmission in the Aventador and said, oh, when you're driving it, it's actually pretty cool and it gives the car a really raw feeling. I'm over this transmission.
This
is the most
to me what's going on.
Poorly thought out, non-logical process you could possibly go through to bleed a throwout bearing. You have to bleed every single part of this transmission. And I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's doing a gear adaptation now. It's pretty cool. You hear it like rowing through the gears. This is essentially a manual transmission that's shifted and clutch actuated, and all that good stuff is all done by the hydraulic unit. Unfortunately, the engineers just made it work. They didn't think about servicing it. They didn't think about making something that lasted, about making servicing it even relatively normal. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done on a car in my life. Me and Ernie have spent, what, like 3 hours just opening the same pressure bleed valve, having fluid piss everywhere, topping the fluid off, and opening the same one again. We've gone through like 2 bottles of this hydraulic fluid. I'm really starting to appreciate the fact that I started wearing boots this year to work, because if I was wearing regular shoes, I probably would have had to go home.
What's the process after this? So you're just kind of pumping fluid in, or are you pumping fluid out?
So I'm pumping fluid in, but we're trying to release all the air from the hydraulic valves and hydraulic unit. So it's gonna continue pressurizing, and then I gotta let the air out, and then it's obviously pissing some fluid out when I'm doing that. So I have to keep topping the fluid off But the problem is, not only is it stupid that you have to keep bleeding stuff, all the fill points for Audi for some reason are on the bottom of the transmissions. So you're literally filling fluid into a unit this way.
You want
It doesn't make sense. There's like,
should be on the
when
top.
I fill Huracan transmissions, I do it through the breather port.
Look at Ernie having fun.
It's been pretty fun for me, honestly. Just hearing Tony yell, get covered in hydraulic fluid. Yeah, I'm just pressing buttons on the computer.
Chilling up there.
I'm over today.
Well, good luck.
Hey, what's up guys? Thank you for watching the video this week. We appreciate all your support. And as you guys can see, me and Roz are wearing these cool t-shirts. He's got the red one on. It says start engines, not problems. This is a collaboration we did with our buddy's company called Dream.
They actually give a portion of their proceeds to a bunch of mental health charities.
So if you guys go online and go to their website and use promo code Gintani, you will get 15% off. And you get to have this cool t-shirt like we're wearing, Gintani Extreme, and you're also helping a good cause. So thank you for watching this week's episode. Again, like, subscribe, comment, give us whatever support you can so we can continue doing this. We're gonna make it all better, I'm telling you guys. Once we move into the new shop, you're getting more content, a lot more fun, a lot more stuff happening. We just need to get the hell out of this place. So stay with us. We'll see you guys next week and enjoy the show.